This week in science, we found out why Australian researchers want you to adopt an Australian way of life.
No worries, mate.
We discovered the most dramatic way to end your Christmas party. And scientists have a little bit of a Freudian slip about their experiences on Tinder.
Seriously, if it has brains, I'm interested.
Stress can cause headaches, low energy, and really rubbish sex. But scientists from the University of Queensland have discovered that stress can cause something far more serious.
We found that chronic levels of stress can dampen the immune response to cancer.
They used animal models to test the efficacy of different immunotherapies. They stressed out some mice to see what effect that would have.
When we induce stress pathways in mouse models of lymphoma, lymphoma progressed much faster than if these pathways weren't triggered.
They didn't say how they stressed the mice out, but I imagine they showed them how messy the shelves were in the lab. That box is going to fall off. The stress was found to reduce the response of T cells, which are the body's natural defense against cancer cells.
As T cells are very important in control or surveillance of tumours and also a major target of immunotherapy.
Next, they'll be looking at designing a lab coat that doesn't have a weird flappy neck, and also using the results to improve cancer treatment in the future.
The more awareness we have of all the different factors that could influence whether or not these immunotherapies are going to work properly, the better chance we have in the future of designing them effectively and efficiently to make sure they're going to be working properly in humans.
The National Institute of Standards and Technology have warned against poor Christmas tree maintenance because this can happen. They took two trees, one that was looked after as well as a new puppy on Christmas Day, and the other one was as dry as Santa's mouth after all those cookies, and they simply set it alight with the chafing from Santa's thighs. The dry tree burned down in under a minute and destroyed the Christmas spirit as well as your drunk uncle's racist jokes, while the other one simply put itself out. Next, they'll be looking at other ways to make your Christmas extreme enough to be sponsored by GoPro. And finally, the long-standing debate of who's right, dog people or cat people, has been answered. Sort of. Scientists from Vanderbilt University have conducted the first ever study that counted the clever cortical cells in the brains of various carnivorans. Yes!
In this study, we were interested in comparing different species of carnivorans to see how the numbers of neurons in their brains relate to the size of their brains.
They looked at the brains of ferrets, mongooses, raccoons, cats, dogs, hyenas, and brown bears. It was found that dogs have significantly more cortical cells than cats, but what really matters is the neuron to brain size ratio.
The brown bear has a very respectable brain, it's about this big, but it only had 1/5 of the neurons that we expected to find in the cerebral cortex for that large size.
And like I've been told my entire adult life, it's not the size that counts.
What you actually do with what you have, that depends on how hard you even try. Turn those biological capabilities into incredible abilities.